Hey, welcome back to Metroid Fusion. In the last episode, we answered the call to come over here to Sector 3, because there's like a boiler thing or something, I don't fucking know. But we got the wide beam, which I didn't even acknowledge last episode. We got the wide beam, and it's wide. And it does stuff. So, anyway, I went on a tear last episode. I get very passionate about the things that I talk about. Like, when something is meaningful to me, like, I don't half-ass it. Like, I go for it. And unfortunately for me, there are very few things that are meaningful enough to me for me to, you know, go ham on it. But when it comes to being yourself and letting yourself be yourself, because, you know, you can't always do that. Not saying that you shouldn't, but when I say you can't, I mean it's hard, and other people make that hard. But that's something I'm very serious about, and I'm not serious about a lot of things, but that's something that definitely strikes a chord with me, and I want people to know that it's okay to be you. It's okay to be yourself, because, you know, you got to do it. you can't get around that. You have to be you, because otherwise you won't be happy. And there's a lot of people out there that aren't happy, and it sucks. It's unfortunate that we live in a world that's so great yet so sad at the same time. It's a shame. Like, we live in a very prosperous time, and things may seem shitty. You know, like this fucking presidential election, if you live in the States. It seems shitty, and it totally is, but I mean, God, just think about what kind of world we live in. I mean, yeah, you know, there's ISIS, this is a trap, isn't it? Oh, I thought it was. Okay. You know, there's ISIS, there's lots of shitty things going on. But, you know, we live in we're very fortunate to live in this world, and it really does suck that there's a lot of unhappy people out there. And a lot of the time I'm one of them. Wait, what? Excuse me? Hang on a second. Okay, I know I was just getting really deep, but what the hell is this? Yeah, let me see something. Yeah, sometimes I'm not happy. That's normal. But also, you know, there are times where, like, there's a difference between being unhappy with life and just being unhappy about a certain one situation that you're in. And sometimes I don't know how I actually feel about that. Like, there's definitely things that get to me, but you know, I try not to. Sorry, I just have to look at my thing real quick. Fuck, what was I saying? I don't know. I try to make the best of the situation I'm in, and that's also not easy. It's very hard to, you know, if there's something really bothering you, and there is something that really bothers me a lot of the time. Often you don't know how you're gonna get through it, and there's no real answer to that. There's no real, you know, you can't just say, oh, do this and you'll be fine. Oh, whoops. People are different, and they handle things in different ways. Some people like to push away their problems, and let them bubble up until they get really bad. And I'm guilty of that. I've done that sometimes, totally. Obviously, that's something you shouldn't do. I don't know. I'm sort of rambling on at this point, but this is just something that's extremely important to me, because I personally know just a lot of unhappy people that mean a lot to me, but are still just unhappy, and I'm sorry for them. Like, I don't know how to help them. And a lot of the time there is no helping them, you know, like so like well, one of my closest friends, I can say for sure, I know is not the happiest person in the world. And others, it's very plain and clear to see that they're also not happy. And I don't know how. What do I do? You know, it sort of comes down to, you know, there are things that are just simply out of your control, and there's nothing you can do about it. There's so many things out there that are just purely out of your control, and you know, you just have to live with it. And one of those things happens to be, you know, a lot of my friends are unhappy. And you know, God knows, I've tried to help them, and maybe sometimes you can, but most of the time you can't. You know, I'm just speaking from the heart, man. You know, like it's a shame. It's really a shame that we just we live in such a depressed world. There's so much beauty, there's so much joy to be had, and there's so many people out there that can't see that. I'm not antagonizing them or anything like that. God, when I say it's sad that they can't see that, I don't mean like, oh, how could you not, you know, you're stupid, it's so obvious. But it's not obvious to some people. I get that. I totally get that. People like to, well, I shouldn't say people in general. There's people out there that like to hone in on like one thing that makes them unhappy, but they don't see what's really around them. And that also sucks. Like, fuck. I've been there. I was there for a very long time. There were circumstances in my life that that were really not good. But the good far outweighed the bad in terms of everything else. Like, you kind of have to accept that there are some things out there that you can't control, but there, at the same time, you have to focus on what you can control, because even though there's things out there that, you know, you can't help, you're more than capable of changing things yourself that are within the realm of being able to change. I know I'm not really wording that too great, but that I don't know. You just gotta find things that make you happy, and that's hard. But you can do it. You can do it. I'm still trying to find a. Oh fuck, we're going. Oh, okay. I had the order of events messed up. Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah. I to an extent, I'm still trying to figure out what really makes me happy, and it takes time. It takes time, and if you're hurt, if you're hurting, there's hope. Yeah, there's hope. There's hope for you, man. I believe in you. I know I'm starting to sound like Bob Ross, but I don't know. That's how I feel. I speak from the heart. I think I already said that this episode. I speak from the heart. It's true. I don't like to. I don't fuck around. Is what I'm saying. I care way too much about people to just fuck around. Like, I mean business, you know. But yeah, I don't know. That's really all I have to say. So next time on Metroid Fusion, we're gonna end things off now. Next time on Metroid Fusion, we are going to head back to the data room to get power bombs, I believe. I wasn't paying attention. Probably power bombs. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.